Taking your first steps towards financial independence is a fundamental process of adulthood. No matter your direction in life, money management will always play a significant role in your well-being. I guess that's why I find it funny that only a handful of states require courses in financial literacy. Instead of a structured introduction to a comprehensive subject, young consumers depend on their parental units for money management guidance. With limited money management guidance, young consumers end up learning via trial and error, errors costing significant sums of cash, errors that could have been avoided with the proper information. The first actionable step in avoiding these errors and gaining your financial independence is by learning the art of budgeting. In the simplest terms, budgeting is meant to track your income and expenses, the goal being to spend less than you make, therefore garnering disposable income. The idea is simple, but the process is complex. Tracking multiple expense streams for phone bills, utility bills, rent, food, entertainment, and transportation all in your head is simply inconceivable. A written budget is your best tool to overcome a life of living paycheck to paycheck. Creating a budget can be overwhelming, but luckily you have the 21st century at your disposal to automate the process if you choose. The technological appendage you carry with you every day has an application by the name of Mint, a personal finance management service that displays your budget visually for your analytical pleasure. A bit of forewarning is that in order to be effective in tracking every dollar you spend, Mint needs your checking account information. Mint comes from the makers of TurboTax and QuickBooks, trusted by millions of consumers with their tax information. Mint has proven that their service is secure. For those of you that don't trust an application with access to the delicacies of your personal finance, a written budget is still in your best interest. Simply the act of writing your income and expenses in a journal is a tactile reminder to how you are spending your money. I've provided multiple links in the description for setting up a written budget because there is no universal template to spending. Instead, I suggest these budget tips. In order to adhere by your first budget, you must develop a discipline of setting aside money for an emergency. After paying your essential expenses, such as food, shelter, and transportation, building an emergency fund should be your first goal towards financial security. The habit of building an emergency fund not only protects you from sudden expenses, but also helps you sustain a habit of saving money regardless of your income. Learning to save money at an earlier age, regardless of income, establishes a perfect scenario to start investing in order to fight inflation and let your money work for you. Organize your expenses into two categories: fixed expenses and variable expenses. The expenses you pay each month, such as subscriptions, phone bill, internet service, insurance, and rent, are known as fixed expenses because their costs normally don't change month to month. The expenses that do change month to month, such as gas, groceries, and eating out, are known as variable expenses. Separating the two expenses gives you a better perspective on your spending. It can help you cut back spending on variable expenses or cut out fixed expenses that you can no longer afford. Avoid irrational reasoning and excuses such as "I don't want to save because I want to live life and have fun while I am young," or any other excuse that validates bad spending habits. Budgeting does not mean that you have to save every penny or subject yourself to extreme frugality just to be financially secure. It is still possible to budget while doing fun things, eating nice meals, and traveling. Having a budget simply allows you to feel financially confident that you can sustain your lifestyle and cut back on unnecessary spending. This is The Art of Finance, a beginner's guide to financial independence. Thank you for watching.